Anyways, hello, how's everyone doing? Hope you guys are good. I am a little bit sick right now, so my voice is kind of screwed. And you'll be hearing a lot of me breathing into the mic, so I will try my best to edit that out, but I don't think I can cut that out for everything. Alright, so now we have Aliza Summer. And spoiler alert, she's probably the best character in the banner right now, so... Alright, she has 1268 HP. She's win now. She has what do you mean win now? Doesn't she have like a win version? Oh wait, that's with Stan. Alright, never mind. 11,260 HP attack. Alright, cool. Attack base. Alright, sure. Coronate Flame Kick. Massive win damage to a foe. Activate is Inextinguishable Guard. Okay, that's the second skill. Aqua Rings Aegis. Debuff immunity to caster 1 time, dispel, cancel 1 time, amplify normal attack damage. When hit haze levels at 3, affects win allies. So basically everyone. Cool. So that's for longer fights. Okay, so this is the one. Boost to win allies defense, armor effect, 40% earth cut. Alright, so this is the real shit, right? Rain Shower Blossom. Undying effect to caster, sharp boost to hostility, 2 hit boost to Beach Blush number of counter attacks. Can attack. Beach Blush. Low charge bar gain. Full force counter upon taking damage to hits. Win damage to foe upon countering. Seconds please. Raise hit haste level by 1 at the end of turn after countering. Max is at 3. Gain effects in order on level. Boost to attack, defense, deal multi attacks, and amplify normal attack damage. Sure, cool. And then for the weapon is... shit, alright. Alright, the numbers are 10% amplify, sure. And then this one is 100% defense up, 70% chance to get 30% damage reduction armored, and 40% earth damage cut. So it's actually pretty good for what's that? Full auto 2 in a way. You get quite a bit of defense from her. That's pretty neat. And then for this one, oh boy. So she has Undying, it lasts for 3 turns. So she has 4 turn downtime for this one. Okay. Alright, let's look at this. So basically the hostilities kinda act like a sub, right? 2 hit boost, and then she can attack for 3 turns. 35% hit to charge by gain, 300% full force counter upon taking damage, and then the nuke is 635,000 to a foe upon countering. So yeah, she does a lot of damage from just the counter. So that's honestly not bad. That's at least 6 hits, right? Is it 6 hits? Oh wait, 2 hit boost, right? So that means it's 4 hits then, right? So this is 4, right? It's because this is 2 hit. Extra 2 hits, so this is 4. So a total of 4 hits per counter. I mean 2 counters, so it's 4 total hits, right? And then you get this as well, so that's technically 6, right? Wait. Upon countering, right? Wait, no, that's extra 4, isn't it? Because that's 4 hits counter, right? You can go up to 4 hits counter. So doesn't that mean there's extra 4 then? So that's 8 hits then. So full force counter is the ones that is kind of like hit really hard as a counter. Which I think the cap can be really high too. Like usually we get to see like several million, right? From this full force counter stuff. I mean that's the main reason why what's that the fist for... You know, the 150 gold moon fist for wrestler thing for light burst is actually so good, right? Because of this stuff. But yeah, so like I seen this is like you can hit really hard, man. Because of this one. I'm not too sure if it's like people have already set up like a burst setup for this kind of thing yet. It looks somewhat possible, I suppose. You can kind of burst down with this. Because this looks really like she can hit like insane amount. That 8 hits looks like it's crazy. Because the each hit does like several millions worth of damage. Yeah, like I think I did somewhat see that. I think Najik posted that in my crew before this, like several hours ago. I did kind of see that. I didn't really like fully watch it or anything, but like I did somewhat see that there's like some crazy nuke setup. It was pretty cool though, like making use of this thing, because I saw the numbers for this. It was pretty insane. I think each like the full force counter hit that guy was doing like 4 million. I think was this. I think it was. Wait, no. I think it was more than that. It was definitely more than 4 million. I think. Was it 6 million? I think it was 6 million or some shit. It was really high though. It was really high. And it was really good too. Yeah. Like, so yeah, the bottom line is like the main. I feel like the main takeaway of Summer Aliza is basically this. Because of this, alongside with this, right? Because this happens every turn. I mean, she can counter twice every turn, right? But with this, she gets to get 4 counters instead. So it's it was a lot. Like, you can do a lot with just this 2 alone. And if you're actually mashing through, like, say for example, if you want a full auto here, I think it's fine too, just because of the utility that she's providing via this, and this is honestly not too bad as well. So like you could probably even run her in full auto with the upcoming Nightmare 200 or something, which can be really helpful too, because this is Veil and Dispel Cancel and insane amount of sustain here. Excuse me, like insane amount of like damage reduction rather than sustain, I would say. Like, dude, 100% defense. You get a 70% chance to get 30% damage reduction, and then you have 40% earth cut. And this is 1 turn, yeah, but like this thing lasts for 3 turns though. And this is applying on Ogi as well, because most of the time I'm guessing you would enable Ogi anyway, right? So she's actually really good for the upcoming Guild War, because for those who didn't know, the upcoming Guild War is win favored after all. So yeah, this I would definitely say if you roll for her, I don't think you would regret it, because I can guarantee you that this is definitely going to be a character that you at least want to consider using during Guild War, which is, I think Guild War is in September, right? Yeah, I think it was in September, yeah. So it's like, you know, you see how this is. I think the main issue I would definitely say out of her is that you definitely want to have, how do I say? You definitely want to have like a little bit more, like slightly more utility, like debuffs and whatnot from other people, just to make her a little bit better if you're planning to run her in full auto, that is. If you don't really plan to do that, then I guess you can just copy homework like how I usually do anyway. Okay, alright, before I continue with that, I actually haven't really seen this one yet. This one is her stacks gets 30% perpetuity attack modifier, 100% boost to defense, and she has guaranteed double attack, and she has 20% normal amplify attack mod. So basically you can make use of this when she doesn't have this active, because this is the only one that doesn't let her attack after all, right? So that's pretty handy, I would say. Can you get more than 1 stack per turn? Are you actually capped at 1 per turn? So that means you need 3 different turns to actually get it maxed out. Something tells me you actually need to do that, right? I guess that makes more sense too, right? Because you can also get it every turn anyway, because this is 3 turns anyway. You're guaranteed to counter no matter what. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that is balanced. So I'm pretty sure, I would probably say is very likely that that's the case too, yeah. So she needs 3 turns to actually get her stack maxed out. Yeah. So you can actually do this, which is very handy. So it's like if you full auto, I guess this is the first 7 turns your allies will not get this too, unfortunately. Because this it technically only applies to herself at turn 1. So if you're manual, you're not gonna have any issues with that, I suppose. But either way, I think it's still fine though. I'm quite certain it's also still pretty okay. even though you're full autoing, and this only applies to everyone in turn 7 onwards, because you're probably like, especially if with the likes on Nightmare 200, you'll be taking a lot of turns regardless, so it doesn't really matter too much. Because I feel like a lot of times, and like how we literally just encountered Nightmare 200 like last Guild War, right? I think on average people tend to take, like, if you're going for full auto stuff, I'm quite certain like the turns you're taking is probably like close to 20 or something anyway. It's gonna be a lot of turns regardless, right? So I don't think it's really a problem at all. It's just more of like whether or not you can survive until then, right? I think it's just really that. But because I feel like because of Aliza's second skill, you should be able to survive, like not take too much damage because of this. Because if I would take a wild guess, probably the boss is gonna slap you really, really hard. I mean, that's usually how it tends to be in every Nightmare 200 now, is it? You know, with the stupid annoying the stupid buffs they have, right? They always tend to have that. But yeah, she is really pretty good character. She's also one of those characters that works relatively well on her own, or if not, even better if you have some other characters to go along with her. You know, maybe just to add a little bit of sustain by giving a little bit of heals here and there, or you know, like some regen or like extra buffs, because you know this technically only applies to herself rather. Yeah, so it's not really buffing the entire team, why not? The only thing like we would say is like really buffing the entire thing is just this thing really, right? Other than this, that is. So having another character that has providing the extra utility buffs and stuff will be pretty handy. It probably also will make her damage more consistently as well. All in all, she's definitely somewhat has a really good potential in burst because of the insane amount of damage she just gets from this too, and just pressing this button really. And then full auto is also really, really strong too. But I mean, technically speaking, if you think about it as well, like even OTK is somewhat possible too, just because that you may not be pressing this in your OTK, but she still gets this, right? She still gets 2 hits, and then you get this as well, so you get the total of 4 hits anyway. So it's honestly, I think even OTK, she has some potential there too, if you think about it, right? I think the only issue I would say out of this, right, for when you're trying to do OTK in Guild War, is that because you're not pressing this, right? You're not pressing this, so she technically doesn't have hostility, right? She has no hostility up at all in her passive. Yeah, she doesn't have it. Yeah, she doesn't really have this. If you don't press this, she has literally 0 hostility. So there are chances that the boss decides to not hit her at all. In that situation, yeah, she probably will not be able to do anything. EMP, yeah, I guess EMP does have it. Oh yeah, I didn't really talk about the EMP. EMP definitely has it, but like, I guess you could probably go with that. I mean, since she has like the counter thing going on and stuff, I guess you could just go for that. Just max out her hostility, just so she can get hit more often, I suppose. That is, if you don't really want to. I mean, I feel like that still might happen though, right? I mean, you only get plus 20 though, right? If you, I mean, like, this is MP, right? If you max this too, you only get plus 20, right? It's not 20. Is not really fully like aggroed, right? There's still like a small tiny ass percentage that she might not get hit at all. But that's so unlikely, right? Maybe like 95%. 95% she's gonna get hit, right? 95% of the time she's gonna get hit. Well, sometimes maybe like the 1% chance she's just not gonna get hit or something. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. It can be kind of stupid. Like out of your your 5,000 meat that you farm, probably you'll fail like once or twice out of that. It will happen, but it's not. I guess it's not really a big deal, right? But either way, if you're planning to go for that, you definitely want to go for this too, right? But I guess even for normal full auto stuff, because I'm thinking, right, if you're planning to use her in like standard full auto stuff, right, I don't think I would level this too though, because I feel like, especially in Guild War purposes, right, Guild War is already going to like hit you anyway. There's no reason for you to go for hostility in like the Nightmare 150 or whatever, right? Just because that I feel like she'll die a lot faster that way. You know what I mean? Just because that if you go for hostility, right, every turn she's going to get attack anyway, just because, you know, that's how the Guild War bosses always do anyway. They always attack everyone. But during those triggers when the boss multi-attacks like crazy, dude, when she doesn't have a third skill up, right, she's gonna get like almost everything. So she'll die really quickly. So I don't think you want to do that, right, if you're planning to use her in like full auto in Nightmare 200 or something. So at least you can put those points towards maybe, yeah, I mean, even Earth defend down, Earth damage down is actually pretty okay to have as well. But you know, you could probably put more defense, even though she has like pretty high defense already. But you definitely want to put more anyway, just to be on the safe side, because, you know, fucking Guild War tends to hit super freaking hard anyway. So there's that, right? You definitely want to put HP as well. HP is one thing as well. I mean, stamina you can, technically, yeah, stamina you can, but I will definitely get the crits. Yeah, so one or 2 points of this, it's fine. So the rest of it, I think you can just do whatever you want, really, because I think the important one is really maybe 2 crits. You don't really have to go all, like 2 crits I think is already more than enough. HP I would definitely go for HP. I'll definitely grab some defense. Stamina, sure, why not, right? If you know, give her a little bit more consistency in the beginning, and then yeah, at least some defenses here and there. So if you want to go for Earth defend down, I guess that's fine too. I mean, you can just go for 1 or 2 points or something. You don't really have to max it out. But other than that, the rest is just really basically up to you. So there's that. So all in all, conclusion is that she's a good character. She's a very, very solid character that you can actually use her for probably every content in the game, including Guild War as well. So that's great, right? So probably one of the notable characters to have in for this technically this summer character lineup, right? So she's one of those characters. She is one of those characters that you might want to pay attention to, not because of the massive balloons. All right. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys on number 4, the final Boobo character.